Jai Shivai. Let's talk about 5 different states of Chitta. If those who do not know what Chitta is, then I'll create a separate video for it. But here today I'm talking from the point of view of Yoga Darshan. Yoga Darshan written by Maharshi Patanjali, where he explains the 5 different kinds of Chitta. And Chitta, and that's when he said like Chitta Vritti Niruddha. So let's see what 5 kinds of Chitta are. Or in other words, you can say that these are the 5 grounds of Chitta. Bhumi, okay? 5 grounds of Chitta where vrittis and sanskaras will make its play, will sprout up and will become active in life. Or you can say Chitta is more like a blank screen, but 5 different flavors of that blank screen, or 5 different colors of that blank screen where vrittis or sanskaras or vasanas will sprout and will be displayed so that they come known to you in unconscious way or conscious way. You just become driven by them. So this is what the Chitta is. So 5 different kinds of bhumi, grounds, 5 different kinds of states of Chitta. States is also a right word to when we talk about Chitta. So the first one is Shipta state. Okay, the first one is Shipta state, or Shipta ground, Shipta bhumi of Chitta. What kind of bhumi it is? Well, you see, the maximum number of people have this kind of state in the world, you know. This kind of Chitta is what they are having. So this kind of Chitta is very prone to get good sanskaras as well as bad sanskaras. Okay, so they will be, if I have to talk from the point of view of gunas, 3 virtues, 3 gunas that create or that make the Prakriti actually. Rajas guna, Sattva guna, Rajas guna and Tamas guna. So if I have to talk from that perspective, then we can say that a lot of Rajas guna is there in these Shipta state Chitta people, or Shipta state. A lot of Rajas is there. So Rajas means a person will be active, highly active. Okay? And a lot of tamas is also there. So in other words, this kind of people run towards things and assets, and they want to have Aishwarya. Aishwarya means increment in whatever you have. So not just one car, they would need many cars. Not just one house, they will go for many houses. And not just one relationship, they'll run after as many relationships as possible. Not after one food, you know, they need to have a variety of food and lot of food. So complete bhogi in a sansara has a Kshipta state. And because this is a very, very unstable state, means such a person at one point of time may be thinking about this and then that and then that and then that. Such a Chitta is highly, highly unstable. Even if you try to make them understand something or you say something, not even your sentence will complete and their mind will start wandering off. It's that volatile, it's that unstable of a state. And because it's a highly volatile, highly chanchal state, highly unstable state, such people do not worry about dharma. Dharma means being, here in this context, it means being righteous. So they do not care if they get more money through wrong means. Such people will indulge into all kinds of wrong things and right things, and wrong things and right things will create heaps of karma and chitta vrittis and sanskaras. Lot of bad sanskar will happen to them. Vivek and the purity of buddhi is very less in these people. There is almost no viveka in them. Viveka means power of discernment. There is no power of discernment. However much money, they just want money, whichever way it comes. There's no viveka, no power of discernment to say or to feel or to realize that how much harm are they going to do if they grab the money this way, or if they gather the money or assets this way or that way. And such people are also not creative at all, because creativity requires some stability of chitta. So you see, Shipta buddhi, Shipta man, chanchal man, highly chanchal man. Shipta state of chitta is a highly chittavritti prone kind of a state. A person will create lots of chittavrittis, because when you go for creating assets like that, you'll have lot of anger at times, lot of greed, guilty. So all the shat vrittis that we have, 6 vrittis that we have, kam, krodh, moh, lobh, and so on, all these will be highly displayable in these kind of people. They are on their full display in Shipta state people. There is no way, if you even if you explain them that yoga does something good physically. I'm not here talking about any other spiritual or sacred meaning of yoga. Even if you just tell them that yoga is physically beneficial and you need to calm down. You need to calm down. You need to stop somewhere. But no. The force of such a chitta is that after a period of time, even while sleeping, the mind goes on working and thinking and planning and, conspiring or doing such things. They create bad karma. Lot of bad karma is created by these people. Good karma as well as bad karma. Because when it comes to the pile of karma, it's just a pile of karma. It doesn't matter good karma or bad karma. You'll have to face the consequences of both. And facing the consequences of, you may say what is bad about, getting the good consequences or good results of good karma. Well, the drawback of that both kind of thing is that it wastes your time. Right? It just wastes your time from reaching the pinnacle of being human. It wastes your time in completing your yogic journey, spiritual journey. But anyways, for these people, it doesn't matter. All these things, you can never teach them. So when Patanjali created the rules like Yama and Niyama, Ashtanga Yoga, in Ashtanga Yoga path, when Patanjali created Yama and Niyama, don't steal, don't tell a lie, okay? Don't look at other people's women and have some restriction, brahmacharya there. Don't do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. That kind of rule book and those kind of preliminary yama and niyama rules applies to Shipta kind of people. Shipta state people. Okay. Next one is, it's not that these yama niyama do not apply on others. But the thing is, others will already have them. They know it's not good to lie. They know it's not good to cheat or betray someone, break someone's trust, or do this or do that and make money through wrong means. So other people may already know that. So yama niyama are there in them already and they are following it. It's their life practice. But for these people, yama and niyama are not yet the life practice. It has to be make a life practice in these kind of people. Shipta, Chitta people. Next one is mood. Mood Chitta. Mood in general sense in Hindi language is called as somebody who is dumb. Totally dumb. So, but here you see, when it comes to yogic darshan, dumbness or the mood chitta is being considered as better than Shipta chitta. Why? Because dumb person stands a less chance of creating new karma. He's dumb. He's just sitting. These mood people may or may not have careers or, but by nature, they are very, very lazy kind of people. They won't take any initiative in life. Somebody else has to either drive them, and then even driving them for good thing or bad thing, it doesn't matter. They just don't want to be driven. You cannot drive them. It's a very hard job to inspire these people to do something in life. And why is it so? Rajas has gone down. Rajas guna, which is the guna of lots of activity, has gone down, and tamas is on the increase. You see, tamas is on the increase, and what tamas does is laziness. Not just physically lazy, mentally lazy to do something in life. Whatever it is, it's okay. You give them something, they get something, it's okay. You don't give them something, it's okay. A lot of time, some people, when they look at such mood people, it seems like as if they are having vairagya. It is not like that. They have no vairagya. Instead, they do not have any Kriya Shakti to do anything, which looks like from the top, oh, they are always in a similar kind of a state, like a yogis are. They are always, it doesn't matter to them whether they go this side or that side, or this happens or that happens. No, sorry. This is their behavior, and this mood is because of the mood state, a rise of tamas in them. Okay? Not because they have attained vairagya or something. No, sorry. If these kind of people become disinterested in life, disinterested in carrying on their day-to-day work, many times they would just sit and watch TV for hours and hours and hours and hours non-stop. Because they don't have to get up. That's what tamas does. Tandra is chitta vritti, which is created in a lot, which is they are full of tandra. Tandra is sort of an unconscious sleep actually, during the waking hours. So these states of chitta that I am talking about are during the waking hours. We are not talking about the sushupti or the, sleeping states or dreaming state. We are not talking about that. Waking state, these states of chitta that I am talking about are for waking state. A wakeful state when you are awake. So during the daytime in general, right? So these mood people, they do not have viveka. Their viveka is not functioning. Power of discernment. They are not very career-oriented, goal-oriented kind of people. They never have any goal at all. No goals. From the face, they will seem like lost people. Lost, depressed. They just maintain life at a minimum in them. Just to pass by, just to go by the life. Whichever way it goes, doesn't matter to them. So this is what? A mood. So there is buddhi, which is not functional, much functional in them. And buddhi is not functional, vivek is not there, power of discernment is not there. And they may have an intellect, but what's the use? What's the use if it is being used or being covered up by lot of tamas or lot of tandra? Alasya means laziness, sitting idle, wasting time, not doing anything, not going anywhere, neither left nor right. Just very immovable. And such people often you see that even if they are doing mental work in the office, they'll do just that much with whatever much is required. If you send these kind of people to learning, they'll just pass by. Okay, they will just do whatever is just on the borderline. They won't thrive for anything. Okay? These people do not thrive for anything, neither in the jobs, nor in the or nor at home, nor in life in general. You cannot, it's a very hard job to push such kind of people. It seems as if they are rock and very unchanging tendency, completely unchanging mind. Tamas is such a guna. You cannot dispel it. If a particular soul or Atma has decided, a person in which tamas becomes active, you can move mountain and it's easier. You cannot drive or move such a person. Make him goal-oriented. Make him or her thrive for something. Make him or her use their power of discernment. Make him or her totally responsible for something. They're very irresponsible people. Not actually irresponsible people. They don't even feel that they have any responsibility towards anyone, towards themselves. So this is what a mood Chitta is. Now, in Yoga Darshan, according to yogic life, such people, because they are not doing much and they are not trying to have lot of money, neither good way nor bad way, so they will have less chittavrittis, less sanskaras. They'll create less mess, in other words, according to Maharshi Patanjali. So that is why this state is considered as, better than that monkey state, which is Shipta mind. Shipta Chitta is considered as better than that. Because at least, if you're not doing any good, you're not doing bad either. So that is why it is considered as better state. Third one is Vikshipta state of Chitta. Vikshipta means shift, but in a specific way. That's called as Vikshipta state. So, Vikshipta people are actually good people. In them, a little bit of purification of Rajas and Tamas have happened through the presence of Sattva, Guna. In other words, these people are very passionate. We call them passionate people. They might be very passionate about what they do. Whether they learn art or they learn whatever they do, they are just very passionate people. Other than that, these are the people who will not do wrong things. So they have a seed of dharma in them. Their buddhi and vivek has become functional and little bit pure. That they will earn money, but not by doing anything wrong to the other person, to society. They'll create relationships, but will be very guilty and will try to walk the very straight path when it comes to relationships. So overall, these are good people because their chittavrittis, good chittavrittis, right? There are good chittavrittis and there are bad chittavrittis. Not good in the bad in the moral sense at all. Good and bad in the terms that klishta chittavrittis are considered as bad chittavrittis, which binds you into the sansara, into the death and birth life cycle. They are called as klishta chittavrittis, not good, bad from the moral point of view. So in other words, simple thing we can say they're bad chittavrittis. Then there are aklishta chittavrittis, which are good chittavrittis, which create good sanskara. So these people will end up doing charity, doing something for the society, for other people, less privileged people. So they will go on creating lot of good karma, right? Good karma, and they won't harm the society as much. And but These are also the people who, when attain the next state, or let's talk about just this one. So these are the people who, through doing good thing, they still haven't become concentrated in their mind yet. Being good is the goal. Being fair is the goal. Being very active to be fair and to be good is the goal. So this is Vikshipta state. Fairly nice people. Okay. Next one is Ekagra. See, this Chitta state description is not for you to start categorizing the population in the world. No. Why? In one day, in one lifetime, a person may go from this state to that state to that state to that state. Even during the daytime, while their wakeful hours, a person may be in a Vikshipta state. Then he becomes Shipta, and maybe in the evening or night, after some days, he becomes in a Muddha, mood state. Okay? So you cannot categorize or classify. At any given point of time, in general, we can say that majority of population in the world belongs to Shipta state. And now people may be going in and out of these states. But always the number of Shipta people as of this time, this era, this yuga remains on the higher side. Okay. But Vikshipta people, because one more thing, very important thing about Vikshipta people. Sometimes in your effort to do good and be good, you even forget to raise your voice towards the bad things that are happening. You start staying just quiet, not taking part in the change at all. Change towards the good, for the society, for the house, for the people. You just stay quiet. Then at lot of times, this becomes a completely idle kind of state. Yes, these people are not harming the society, to the world, to their family, to people around them, but they are not doing any good either. Because at times, many times, or almost all the time, they're choosing to stay quiet. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of mess. It's a good policy for some time. But sometimes you need to raise the voice. So that Kshatriyata is not there. That warriorship is not there. Being good is the agenda. You know? Being good is the agenda, and not even raising your voice against what is bad in the society or whatever wrong has happened around them. These kind of people just silently go by the side. So Vikshipta state has all these things. Next one is Ekagra state. Ekagra is person who has made their mind Ekagra, concentrated on something. So these kind of people. Now, Patanjali do not talk about these three states, Shipta, Mood and Vikshipta states, more than this. I mean, nowhere in other chapters, in other sutras, because from the yoga point of view, from the yoga darshan and yoga point of view, from the spiritual journey's point of view, these three states actually do not matter at all. Only when a person becomes concentrated. For example, if somebody is reading a book, right? Then they are just reading a book. There may be radio playing somewhere. There may be a marriage procession, Bharat going outside, lot of band or music or any kind of disturbance may be there. Doesn't matter to them. They'll just go on reading the book. without being disturbed. So that means they have sensory control over them, right? Because they are not feeling hungry while reading a book. They are not, I'm just saying, not being bothered by any of their senses. Their ears might be listening something else here and there, but they are not disturbed by it. And so, in other words, not only that they have sensory control, they also have ability to control other chitta vrittis when they are engaged in one thing. So when they are engaged in one thing, they have stopped all the other things. When they are taking the input from one thing, all the other inputs have ceased to exist. That is the Ekagra state. Concentration state. Power of concentration. Why do we say power of concentration should be increased? Because it does few things. If you think from the well-being point of view, right, then power of concentration actually helps you be calm. Because when you become concentrated on sleeping, you will sleep. You will do just that. When you are trying to be concentrated on something, or doing exercise, then you will be doing just the exercise. Nothing else will come to your mind. When you are doing something else, then you are giving full attention to just that thing. When you are listening to somebody, you are really listening to them. Your mind is not firing thoughts at that time. So increasing the quality of concentration, power of concentration, actually results in better well-being. Because you are not easily disturbed. And until you find, even if you are disturbed, until you find a solution for that, you will not be undisturbed. You see? So it is needed for a better well-being, Ekagra state, concentrated state. Also, it is better for learning anything. Ekagra, concentrated people are highly creative too. They can learn art, music, play, sculpture, writing, anything. And they can do one thing for very long hours without being disturbed at all. Painter may go on painting for days. A writer may go on for writing for months, years. A film director is involved with the film for years. He's not having a thought after 2 months, oh, why do it? Let's do something else. So you see, Ekagra people, concentrated people have a lot of benefits in their life. That is why we say we need to teach kids, those who lack the concentration. We have to help them be more concentrated. We have to teach them, train them, because that way they will learn better. Suppose you are reading a book, and if it's a Vikshipta mind person, okay, Vikshipta Chitta person is reading a book, then after every sentence, or not even sentence, after few words, his mind will start wandering off. Then he will read few sentences, then again he will. This will happen so frequently that he'll throw away the book. Some words will, invoke some other memory. Some words will do something else. Finally, in the end, in Hindi there is a saying, Kala Akshar Bhais Barabar. So that means whatever you see, it just appears like something, some drawing to you, some dumb thing to you, because you're not able to understand it. So Vikshipta people have no power of comprehension. Their comprehension is not good at all. But Ekagra people, not only that their Ekagrata gives them better power to understand something, it minimizes the chances of misunderstanding something, which is very high. in other three categories of Chitta. It's one thing to not understand anything, which is there in mood Chitta people. Okay, they do not understand anything. It is completely another thing to misunderstand something. In Ekagra people, concentrated people, this is not there. Whatever they are reading what is written. If they are seeing something, because they are fully concentrated on that thing, then they are seeing exactly that which is being shown. While seeing something, while reading something, their mind doesn't go off wandering in 1,000 places and then bringing back some garbage from there to mix it with what they are reading or what they are seeing or what they are perceiving. So that will adulterate, or that will create a mixture. So misunderstanding will happen. Other three class of people have lot of misunderstanding. They are the misunderstanding class. When person's Chitta is in any other three state, is a very high chance that they will misunderstand most of the thing, because they are not fully concentrated at all. If somebody is saying something, then also there's a lot of chance in misunderstanding or not understanding without arguing 1,000 times with 1,000 sentences. If just one sentence is said, it's very hard for them to interpret it, understand it, because they are not listening it from a concentrated. Their Chitta is all over the place, in their senses, in their other vrittis, in the subject of the vrittis. That if you are talking to a person, other person starts looking at phone, then his watch, and then here, and then there, and is being distracted by 1,000 things. How irritating it is to talk to such a person. Right? So you see, Ekagra person is devoid of all these things. If you say something to him or her, they are perceiving everything nicely, fully, grasping everything. So if Ekagra person reads a book or learns anything, his learning is way much better in quality and in quantity than any other three kind of people. So Ekagrata, Ekagra state of Chitta is very helpful in living life. But when it comes to Ekagrata in the yogic sense, now because this kind of a person can actually focus on one thing for a long time, then they can be made meditative. Right? They can follow, they can walk their spiritual journey. If you tell them to do Tratak, they are doing Tratak. If you give them a yoga kriya to do, they will do it with full concentration. If you ask them to sit and meditate, they are able to sit and meditate. They won't come up with 1,000 excuses. My wife was shouting, my kids were making noise, and this was happening and that was happening. How can I do yoga? I have this problem in life, that problem. All kinds of excuses are made by the other three class of people if you try to give them yoga or spiritual things. They're not meant for that. Only the one who has... So Ekagrata has 4 stages. Concentration has 4 different stages within it. So the one who has gone to the 3rd stage, 1st and 2nd stages are more like well-being and playing out normally in the world. So at times these people are artists, writers and all those kind of things. But they haven't become... They are not walking spiritual journey yet. So this is 3rd state of Ekagrata, 3rd state of concentrated Chitta is the state where a person actually becomes a spiritual. In other words, a degree of vairagya arises in them. That's the 3rd state of concentration. That they start asking question, why all this? Why this life? Why me? Where is God? Is there anything more powerful than me? If yes, then I need to find it. What is this birth and death life cycle. So they start asking bigger question. Vairagya starts happening to them in this Chitta. I'm saying starts happening to them. I'm not saying they have reached the final state of Vairagya. No, some Vairagya starts happening to the third state of people. Fourth state inside this concentrated state of Chitta. The fourth state is Sampragyat Samadhi, Sabij Samadhi. So you see, yoga, spirituality is not just about having samadhi or dhyana or concentration for one moment and then not having it next moment. That this kind of irregularity, discontinuity of any state again is called as Shipta state. What is Shipta state technically? When Ekagrata is there, but only for very minute amount of time. Very less amount of time. After all, Vikshipta people eat food. Right? They drive on the road. So for some time they were ekal. For few minutes they were like that. And then very soon they are not. But here when we talk about third and fourth state of Vairagya, we are talking about continuity of undisturbed Chitta. A Chitta which is not disturbed by Chitta vrittis. That is continuity. So Ekagrata has to be continued for days and years and months and has to be supplemented by few other factors. Vairagya is one very important factor. If you have not watched my video on Vairagya, there is one and you can understand what Vairagya is. What dispassion in life is from the yogic standpoint. Okay, so these are the other things that need to happen in the third state. Then it becomes the fourth state. So inside the concentrated Chitta or Ekagra Chitta, fourth or the last final state, it's Sampragyata Samadhi, Sabij Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi. Any name you can use. Such a person is concentrated on just one thing. Their entire focus may be either on the Vairagya within or on their life, bigger life questions, universe related, bigger questions from the yogic and spiritual point of view, from the evolutionary point of view. They may be focused on just that. They may be seen living normal life, but they're actually not living. So then, it's not that Sampragyata Samadhi or Sabij Samadhi or Nirvikalpa Samadhi is something that happens for 5 minutes or a moment and then it's gone and then you are called as achiever of Samadhi. No. Samadhis have to become continuous in you. Very prolonged state. It has to go to that level. So when this third and fourth state of Ekagra Chitta is reached, means, in other words, when in third state, when Vairagya has happened, other Chitta vrittis starts to calm down. Another thing, very good thing that happens is karma, the bondage of karma, starts going loose, starts becoming loose. They are there. Karmas are still there. Chitta vrittis are still there. The hold of Chitta vrittis, the bondage of karma goes down. So two people may be concentrated, having a concentrated Chitta in their life. One may become a very good artist. Another may become a yogi. What was the difference between the two? One has Vairagya, another one does not have Vairagya. The one who became the yogi belongs to the third state and will finally go to the fourth state where Sampragyat, Savikalpa Samadhi starts. And then he may live entire life in that Samadhi until he reaches Asampragyata Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Okay? So these are the 4 states of Chitta. Fifth state of Chitta is Niruddha. Ruddha means blocked. Niruddha means unblocked. Unblocked of what? Chitta vrittis. All Chitta vrittis cease to do their drama. Their function is being seized. Just when their function is seized, all Chitta vrittis, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi happens. Enlightenment happens. That's all you call enlightenment in English. Actually, it's a start of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. A start of Nirvikalpa Samadhi can be considered as an event, but it's not that it ends right away. It has to be perfected over the period of time. In other words, the person has to stay in this Samadhi for a very long period of time. Now you need to understand very, very carefully that these are not the states of body. Neither they are the states of your buddhi. Neither these are the states of something else in you, in your senses or something else. A person may be in Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, going through the life, day-to-day life, normally. Their body may go on doing lively functions and whatever they have to do. Going to office, doing this, doing that. The state of Chitta has become Niruddha. To understand this, that in other words, what I am saying here is, Samadhi is not something like you sit in Samadhi pose and with your eyes closed and you are sitting like that for months and years. No. Yogis, those who have the privilege to be this way, that's a different story. They can have this. So, in other words, body can sit and you can be in Samadhi. But it's a state of your Chitta, not the state of your body or Indriya. Senses. So a person may be going with their life, with their body in a very normal way. But their Chitta has no Chitta vrittis at all. So they may be experiencing oneness, and after oneness, another state, another state, another state. Asampragyat Samadhi or Nirvikalpa Samadhi or Nirbij Samadhi evolves over the period of time. Okay? So over the period of months while staying in this Samadhi, the start of this Samadhi happened when Chitta vrittis completely ceased to function. I am not saying ceased to exist, ceased to function. That's when enlightenment or start of Nirvikalpa Samadhi happens. After that, one stays in Samadhi for a prolonged period of time. For days. For some people it's in months. For some people it's in years. It depends how long it is going to be. It depends if there are karmic seeds or the seeds of Chitta vrittis which may force anyone to take another life. In other words, when the seed of another birth has to be parched, then Nirvikalpa Samadhi period increases. Asampragyata Samadhi, evolution of Asampragyata Samadhi increases. Some people may have karmic seeds, but none of the karmic seeds may be responsible for giving them another birth. Or none of the karmic seeds may have some kind of obligation towards this universe or somebody else, like building a temple, building this, doing that. Something at a very large scale, if has to be achieved, then that has to be taken care of first, before the self-realization happens. Self-realization is the end of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. end of Nirbij Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, or Asampragyat Samadhi. That is we call self-realization, because self-realization means even the seeds have been burnt. So Niruddha, start of Niruddha state is, of Chitta is, that Chitta, just the functions of Chitta Vritti ceased. And now end of it is that which was supposed to function or could have functioned. Even the seed of that has been fried up, burnt. In Sanskrit, we call it this burning or parching the seeds of karma or Chitta Vrittis during Nirvikalpa Samadhi is called as Dagd Bij. Burning the seeds. And that which you call self-realization means end of Asampragyat or Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You call it in English self-realization. Actually, according to Maharshi Patanjali, another Samadhi happens, which is called as Dharma Megh Samadhi. For a few days, it's just a very blissful Anandamayi period. You don't know it's an Anandamayi period or not, but as if you become love. There's nobody to feel love anymore or say that I am in bliss, but you become the love, the bliss, Paramanand, Sat Chit Anand. One becomes Sat Chit Ananda. That's the Dharma Megh Samadhi. And it's the most beautiful milestone, beautiful. It's Dharma Megh Samadhi that tells you that now you have become Jivan Mukta. One has attained moksha. It's the Dharma Megh Samadhi that tells you that. After that, Sahaj, now one has to become Sahaja, because suddenly there's no controller within. Right? There's no one within. So life has to be learned. Some things about samsara has to be learned. But there's no learner though. There's nobody who's going to learn it inside. It's just the way of saying that awareness has to start grasping that I have a body. Body consciousness is lost as a result of samadhi. Sensory functioning is lost as a result of samadhi. I lost all those things. I have written an article about it. It's there on my blog. You can read it. So, Sahaja state happens. And then after some time, even Sahaja state is, you are done with Sahaja state as well. Then you don't know truly anything. So think about it, understand this concept very clearly, and be able to see where your Chitta is. Namaste. Jai Shivaya.